Yes, guys, Incus here, and today I'm going to delve a little deeper and give you all an insight into my new studio rebuild. I'm going to talk about the circumstances of how this one came about, what it means to me, and all the good opportunities are going to come from it. So let's jump straight in and take a look at how it all started. So as a lot of you may already know, I lost my dad 2 years ago, and my previous studio was set up at our family home, which we unfortunately had to sell due to the circumstances. Now, as you can imagine, this had a huge effect on me and my music, leaving me feeling lost, scared, sad, unmotivated, and almost like I'd lost my identity. As for the last 10 years, this had been a safe haven for me, somewhere I could go no matter what was going on, how I was feeling, whatever mood I was in. I knew that once I shut that door of the studio, it was me and the music, and not much else mattered. It was my sanctuary. So for the first 6 months after my dad passing, every time I'd open up the laptop to try and produce some music, it just reminded me of the pain I felt, as I had so many good memories associated to the old studio and my dad, as he was a huge fan of my music, and just a huge music fan in general, and a real big influence on my love for music growing up. I made some of my favourite tunes here in the old studio, most notably my first release on my own record label, Incus, and also my Dungeon Meat release, My Jam. So once I'd lost the studio, whenever I tried to make something on the laptop, just sat on the sofa or on the bed, it didn't feel the same, as I didn't have my dedicated workspace, and I was associating the music with the pain attached to the situation. This ultimately resulted in me taking a break from music altogether, as I was putting myself under so much pressure, thinking the music would pull me through this time. But at first it had the opposite effect, as I needed time to heal and come to terms with everything. During this hiatus from the music, it did help in relieving the pressure I was putting myself under, in terms of still trying to perform and make music I was happy with. But it also left me with a great sense of uncertainty for the future, not knowing if that feeling of motivation or inspiration for the craft I have loved for so long would ever come back.
And then you stop.
One thing I vividly remember reading during this time, which really struck a chord with me and resonated really well, was that it's okay to let your art rest.
Wait a minute. This just might be my jam.
And what I took from this was, as artists, we never really lose our passion. It's just about healing ourselves first and then finding new ways to inspire creation. So that's exactly what I did. I focused my energy on myself and making sure I was okay, taking my time to be kind to myself by staying healthy, going to the gym regularly, and appreciating time with my family. And slowly but surely, once I'd healed myself, I found myself wanting to open up Ableton more and feel inspired again to create. Now I was finally starting to get back into my flow. I decided to invest in a pair of good quality studio headphones, as I had to accept I'd be making music solely out of the box on the laptop for the foreseeable future. For anyone interested, I chose the Beyerdynamic DT770s. They have really good sound quality and clarity, really comfy fit, and I really like using them for mixdowns. They're a really great headphone for beginners and professionals alike, and come in at a really reasonable price of £120.
And you think,
Now, during this time of me slowly starting to get back into the music,
wait a minute.
I started participating in the Interweave community competition, which really kept me going and gave me a great purpose and intention and some real direction with my music again. So big up Browther and everyone in the Interweave community for that. You helped me more than you know. Despite me getting back into the swing of things, I knew deep down I needed a studio space. So me and my girlfriend were looking for a house, and this perfect place popped up, literally the first house we viewed. It needed a lot of work, but it was ideal, as the downstairs was split into 2 rooms. And as you can all imagine, my first thought when I seen it was, studio, this is it. The new vision had found its home, and it was now time to get to work in making it a reality. 3 months of renovations and we finally moved in, but was living out of the studio room at first, so still had to wait a little longer. After another few months of slowly working around everything, we finally turned it into what it is now. A fresh, clean workspace for me to feel creative in, do focused work and feel motivated and inspired to make music. Having access to all my instruments and hardware in one room. This has also been a huge factor in the motivation behind me starting Incus. Since being a producer and having my own releases, I've really enjoyed the process of providing feedback on others' tracks, helping other artists overcome their hurdles and being able to offer help with Ableton. Not only does music and the studio provide a positive outlet for me mentally and physically, it also provides me with a great sense of purpose and fulfillment, knowing I am helping others achieve their goals through music. Yes guys, so I really hope you enjoyed that video of my studio rebuild and the story behind it. And off the back of that, I'm really excited to announce that I'm going to be offering one-to-one in-studio sessions where you can come and learn Ableton Live, learn how to DJ using the CDJs and the turntables, learn how to record in live using these hardware synths, and much, much more. So if you're interested, drop me a message over on my Instagram and let's see if we can work together. Peace.